In an old industrial hub, a patrol of Mechanicus salvagers scour abandoned technology. But they are soon ambushed by a swarm of Tyranids eager to feed. Can the cult of Mechanicus hold their ground, or will High Fleet Cramsicle devour them whole? Find out here on Mountainside Tabletop.
Hey everybody, what is this channel? Mountainside Tabletop. Today we're playing some Combat Patrol, Victor.
Yep, even
I'm
hit the
excited.
microphone, yeah.
I'm excited for this. We got Leviathan a long time ago, and it took me a long time to finally get the willpower together to finish painting these 30 models, but I finally did it. How is this not sick? I'll put it on the turntable so you can see it big. How is this not sick?
It's pretty sick.
Big orange, bro. Got the High Fleet Cramsicle.
Nice.
Probably a little painting video coming at some point. But anyway, for this game, I am playing the Tyranid Combat Patrol.
Yes.
I'm getting the words out. I got everything that the list says. So I got some Barbgons. I got 2 squads of 10 Termagons. I got the Psychophage. I got the Winged Tyranid Prime as my leader. And what else is in this? The Leapers. I got the Von Ryan's Leapers. That's it, right?
It feels like there's 100
It's gonna
more models.
say right there, so you already know. For my enhancement, I've gone with the Psychostatic Veil to help my leader live longer. And then for my secondary, I've picked Alpha Xenoform. So my leader's gonna live longer and then get kills, and that's gonna score me points, hopefully. Also, as I said before, I've split the Termagants into 2 groups of 10.
Obviously, everything in this list is pretty scary, just by the weight of its numbers and, shooting power and everything, but the Leapers really terrify me. You can set them up, basically in auto charge range. So I'm going to be forced to spend an Overwatch on the first turn to hopefully whittle them down, but if they just start running around my backline, it's game over. So I think that is my primary target, just to have a chance to, get off the blocks a bit, but yeah, we'll see. So today, to counter the Tyranids, I'm going to be playing the Maniple Verask Alpha Combat Patrol, which is the AdMech Combat Patrol box.
Yeah.
That's the first and last time I'll have ever said the name of it. It is made up of a Tech Priest Engine Seer, a unit of Skitarii Rangers, some Cataphren Destroyers, and a Dune Crawler. I've given my Tech Priest the Omni Ballistic Data Tether, which is going to give some free rerolls to the Skitarii unit that he's attached to on hits and wounds. My secondary objective is going to be Explorator Acquisition. Historically, rolling dice has gone really well for me, so hopefully this leads to some easy points.
Probably won't.
Yeah. A quick note about the loadout here. My Skitarii unit was built to be a Hunter-Clade kill team, so it's like a bit of a wonky loadout. Don't let your eyes deceive you. They're all Rangers. Even the ones that aren't Skitarii Rangers are Skitarii Rangers, and they all have galvanic rifles, except for the gunners. And,
just don't worry about it, because I'm not worried about any of this.
I'm not worried about it!
Same thing goes for my Dune Crawler. I built that years ago with a much better loadout than the one they give you in the Combat Patrol. But obviously, I'm going to use the one that they give you in the datasheet.
I'm pretty sure I can Shrek the Cataphrons, and I'm absolutely positive I can Shrek the Skitarii. The only thing that I don't think I can Shrek is the Dune Crawler. It has great toughness, it has great saves, and its guns are not bad.
Yeah.
So if you roll hot with it, it could Shrek me. And I think I'm just going to probably avoid trying to kill it. I'll just kill everything else, and then you have 1 body left, and I'll just outscore you, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see. That's my plan anyway.
Yeah. Today's battle is going to use the Clash of Patrols mission. Basically, you score points for objectives, and there's a mission rule which can gain you some extra CP once per turn per objective.
Next, we set up the battlefield, and we've put our terrain out like this. Now we roll off to decide attacker and defender. I win the roll-off, and I'm going to choose to be the attacker, leaving Vic as the defender. And now it's time to set up our armies.
I'm not going to use my Skitari's scout ability. I'm going to leave them in cover because otherwise they're just going to get shot off the board.
But I am going to use the infiltrator's ability on my leapers, and they're going to set up basically as far up as they can right here.
When we roll off for first turn, of course, Brad wins and he gets to go first, so I'm glad I put everyone in cover. And with that, we move to Tyranid's turn 1.
So first, in my command phase, I'm doing nothing. However, at the beginning of the battle round, Vic gets to choose an imperative for his army. And for now, he's going with the Protector imperative. Okay, so onto my movement phase. The very first thing I'm going to do is move up with my leapers. When I do this, Vic chooses to overwatch with the Cataphrons. First, he shoots with the Flamer, and nothing. Then the Heavy Grav Cannon, nothing. Then the Plasmas, and nothing. And then finally the Phosphor Blaster, and you just wasted your only CP for no reason. Next up, I'll advance with this squad of Gaunts, and move up with my leader. Then I'll advance with the other squad of Gaunts, and I'll move up with my Psychophage. And my Barb Gaunts. Next, for my shooting phase, I'll start by shooting the Cataphrons with my Barb Gaunts. I'd rather shoot the Skitari, but I don't have line of sight on them, so I can't do that. Okay, so 5 D6 shots here. And after everything, 3 damage goes through, and these guys have 3 HP, so I kill one right away.
I'm going to remove the guy with the Grav Cannon because I feel like the overcharged plasma might come in handy later.
Okay, next, the Termagants over here are going to shoot into the Cataphrons as well. There's only 4 bodies within range, though. And nothing goes through. Next, the other Termagants are going to shoot into the Dune Crawler. I don't expect anything to happen here, but may as well try. Again, there's only 4 bodies in range. I actually managed to wound with one, but you're saving on 2-ups.
Yeah, that's not a great sign.
I actually get 1 damage through here, so the Dune Walker's down to 9 HP.
Not even a 2-up save is reliable anymore.
Okay, now for my charge phase, I'll do an unfailable charge with the Leapers into the Cataphrons. And then fighting. So the Leapers are going to fight the Cataphrons. I end up getting 2 damage through here. So 1 Cataphron is left with 1 out of 3 HP. And then the Cataphrons are going to fight back. And they just get 1 damage through. But the Leapers have 3 HP, so none of them die or anything. And that's the end of my first turn.
All right, well, that was a pretty terrible start to my game, but hopefully in my turn 1, I can turn it around a bit. My command phase comes and goes with no real action. In my movement phase, I unfortunately have to fall back with these destroyers because I'm certainly not going to let the Leapers fight first and kill them. Then I'm going to move the Skitari out along the back line so they've got a few good shots. And then move up with the Dune Crawler towards Objective 3. In my shooting phase, I'm going to start by the Dune Crawler shooting at the Leapers. First with the Heavy Stubber, hitting on 1 worse because they have stealth, which is extremely annoying. I get 1 damage through with that, and then I'm going to take a shot with my Icarus Array, which completely whiffs. And then I'm left with the Missile Launcher, doing D6 plus 1 damage through, but luckily I don't need to roll here because it just finishes this 1 Leaper off. Next, I'm going to activate my Skitari, who are going to split their fire. I'm going to shoot the pistols and the arc rifle into the Leapers, and then hopefully get them out of the way so I can shoot everything else into the Barb Gaunts at the other side of the map. My Tech Priest uses his pistol first, which totally whiffs. Then the Skitari Alpha will shoot with his, which whiffs. And then I'm going to shoot with the arc rifle. I do get 1 reroll on a hit and wound with my leader's ability, so I'm going to use that now. And luckily with the arc rifle, I can get the Leapers out of the way. Next, I'm going to fire all the galvanic rifles at the barb gaunts. One goes down, and then finally, I'm going to shoot the really long rifle at the rest of the barb gaunts. And I snipe a second one dead. Obviously, I'm not going to charge because that would be suicidal, and so I end my turn.
All right, the end of the first turn, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I wish my cataphrons weren't tied up, but I am glad that I got rid of those leapers, because if they were just leaping around my back line, that's GG right there.
Yeah, it kind of served their purpose, though, because it just tied up some of your important guns.
Yep.
And it meant that you couldn't get out of your deployment zone as much as you probably would have liked.
Definitely.
And everything else that I have has had a chance to move up, and hopefully I'll just keep you from scoring and table you.
Yeah, well, I mean, right now I'm not controlling any objectives, so I'm not going to score any points in Battle Round 2, so that hurts.
Yeah, it's funny. I have, like, literally twice the bodies on the board as you.
That is funny.
Yeah. Crazy. I mean, I guess I am a swarm, but
yeah,
your team seems kind of bad.
They don't feel great. I mean, I think they've got some good play. I do have some good guns. I just haven't had a chance to use them yet, so we'll see. Yeah,
I really don't know how I'm getting through your 10 toughness and 2 up saves.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the thing is you have so many bodies that you can just, like, decide not to.
Kill everything else and then play points.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see in the next battle round, and we'll also see right now us talking about our patrons.
So, before we go on, we want to give a huge thanks to everyone over at our Patreon. Without their support, we wouldn't be able to branch out into things like Combat Patrol. We wouldn't be able to keep doing all the kill team stuff we've been doing. Everything we do, you name it, it's because of their support, and we really cannot thank them enough.
Yeah, we got these Tyranids. When Leviathan came out, patrons paid for that.
Yep.
Thank you, patrons.
Absolutely.
They also, we got a new backdrop.
Patrons paid for that.
Need a bigger backdrop to film a bigger board, and upcoming painting video also uses it, and patrons are to thank for that. Got our 1 HP gangsters and mountain goats up on the board right now, and all of our patrons, including our mountaineers and everybody, it's very, 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 very much appreciated.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay. Battle round 3.
Battle round 2.
Battle round 2. So at the start of Tyranid's turn 2, in Battle round 2, Victor changes his imperative to the Conqueror imperative. Then, in my command phase, I managed to score 5 VP for controlling 1 objective, and I also am going to gain an extra CP here because I recover data from Objective 1. That's a special mission rule for this game. Okay, now in my movement phase, I'll start by advancing with this squad of gaunts on the left side of the board. Luckily, I roll a 6 here on my advance roll, so I get to move up quite a bit. Next, my leader is just gonna fly over to Objective 2. My Psychophage is gonna move up to the center of the board. And this other squad of gaunts are gonna flood onto Objective 3. The Barb gaunts have heavy, so they're just gonna stay and hold Objective 1. Okay, now in my shooting phase, I'm gonna start by shooting with this squad of gaunts into the Dune Crawler. I'm going to spend a CP on Voracious Assaults here, so I'll be re-rolling any or all of my hit rolls. But even with that, I get 0 damage through, so that was kind of a waste. Next up, the Psychophage is going to shoot the Skitarii. I've got D6 shots here, and Torrent, so I'm auto-hitting. Alright, I managed to kill 4 Skitarii here. Next, I'll shoot with the Barb gaunts. I get 3d6 plus 3 shots on the Skitarii because of Blast. And the Barb gaunts manage to kill another 2 Skitarii, and they also slow them down with whatever it's called, disruption thing, for next turn. Finally, the Termagants on the left side of the board are going to attack. Only 2 models are going to be able to shoot because of line of sight, but I will make these 2 shots. And I kill 1 more Skitarii.
The real tragedy here is that I have to remove the Transuranic Arquebus, because otherwise I'll be out of coherency and he'll die anyway.
I think that's it for my turn. Although I am noticing that my Psychophage technically could charge the Cataphrons if I manage to roll a 12 on its charge roll, so I guess I may as well try. Okay, ready? Look,
Yeah.
need a 12 here. What the
Oh my god, dude. I mean, what can you say? That's fucked.
I mean, that's why you always roll, I guess.
Yeah.
So Victor decides to overwatch here when I do this. Whiffs with the flamers, and you are deciding to overcharge your plasmas. And you do get 3 damage through, so the Psychophage is down from 10 wounds to 7.
Either I kill myself with hazardous rolls, or you just do it for me anyway with your fight, so, might as well.
Well, luckily for you, you're safe from hazardous, so you're gonna live another day. Then I wasn't expecting to have this chance, but the Psychophage is gonna fight the Cataphrons. So I'm rolling d6 plus 1 attacks here. You got easy game, 6 attacks.
Love that for you.
I'll re-roll one of these with a CP. After all of that, I actually do no damage. But it is still great for me because I've tied up the Cataphrons again.
Totally.
You're gonna have to fall back, and that's another turn where you can't shoot.
Okay, well that obviously went pretty terribly, so that brings around AdMech turn 2. In the command phase, I have to do a battle shock test for my Skitarii, which fortunately I pass, but then Brad uses this Shadow in the Warp BS, and I have to do a battle shock test for everyone now. Fortunately, they all pass, some of them just barely, but...
I'm so unlucky in this game.
Yeah, oh man. Alright, well in my movement phase, I'm going to advance with the Skitarii onto Objective 4. They did have to advance here because of that Barb Gaunt slowdown they still had active. Then I'm going to move up a tiny bit with the Dune Crawler, and then once again, going to have to waste the Cataphrons on a fallback. In the shooting phase, my Dune Crawler shoots. I'm going to split fire here and put the Heavy Stubber and Icarus Array into the Termagants, and the Missile Launcher into the Psychophage. So with both weapons into the Gaunts, I only remove 4 of them, unfortunately. And then with the Missile Launcher into the Psychophage, it hits, but it gets saved, and then I move on to the Skitarii. Once again, I'm going to split fire here, going to do the pistols into the Psychophage and everything else into those damn Barb Gaunts to hopefully get them off that objective. First, I'm going to shoot with my Tech Priest pistol. I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll the wound roll, but Brad saves it anyway. Then, my Alpha will shoot with his pistol and completely miss. Then I'll shoot with my Arc Rifle into the Barb Gaunts. I'm going to use my leader's ability to re-roll this again. Brad does spend a CP to re-roll a save, but fortunately he whiffs, and that kills 2 of them. Then I'm going to shoot with the Galvanic Rifle, and it whiffs the wound roll, so I move on to the charge. I definitely don't really want to tangle in much melee here, so my Dune Crawler is just going to charge into these Termies and hopefully move them off the objective. In the fight phase, I don't kill a single one.
Yeah, and then I fight back and do nothing, so it's a bit of a slap fight.
Total slap fight, but one of us is in a giant metal spider. And that's the end of Battle Round 2, and I gotta say, it is the poor carpenter that blames his tools, and I am that poor carpenter. This combat patrol sucks, dude.
So look, Victor, look, I hate, when I'm losing a game, I hate to be the one that says, oh, my team sucks, and I'm just losing because of that. So I'll be the one to say for you, this feels completely imbalanced. Like, what were they thinking with the AdMech team?
I don't know, like, okay, disclaimer, I suck, and I'm not, like, playing them optimally, like, I'm sure I could have done way better. However, it really feels like you've just got an answer to everything built into your list, and, I'm not killing stuff.
Yeah, like, I have an extra 200 points or so worth of models on the board.
Yeah.
And yours are actually worse. Like, they gave you the worst weapon options on the Dune Crawler.
Yeah, I don't know why I got the imagine having the anti-infantry options.
Yeah.
It'd be way better.
I mean, anti-fly, my leader does have fly, but he also has lone operative, so get
Right.
wrecked.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Guess we'll move on to Battle Round 3.
Yeah. Battle Round 3. The time is now.
Uh-oh.
Let's clean it up. All right. Victor, you're keeping your same imperative, and then it's time for me to do some battle shock tests. Actually, just one test. It's on my barbed gaunts. But if I fail, I won't be holding objective number 1. So
It could be
hopefully
big.
I succeed. I'm out of synapse range, but I managed to succeed. So I'm safe. And then at the end of my command phase, I score 15 points. So I'm up to 20 points to year 0. And I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, I'll grab another free CP here because of the mission rule. So I'm chilling at 4 CP.
Great.
Okay, now my movement phase. Not much, but I'm going to advance with the gaunts on the left side of the board, and they move up right into your deployment zone, ready to flank all your guns. Next, my leader's going to fly up into guaranteed charge range so I can finish off your Skitarii and hopefully score some points with my secondary.
Yeah, I'm gonna Overwatch here. It's a pretty low percentage play needing 6s, but like I gotta soften them up first.
For your sake, I hope you roll some 6s.
Yeah. Well, for my sake, I didn't roll a single one.
My shooting phase, I'm going to start with the Termagants in the back, shooting against the 2 Cataphrons. Nothing. Then the Psychophage will shoot the Skitarii, auto-hitting of course. I wipe everybody out except for the leader, and the leader's down to 2 HP. Finally, my 1 Barb Gaunt will shoot into the Dune Crawler just for fun, but nothing happens.
Frig off, Barb.
Frig off, Burb.
Frig off!
Yeah, frig off, chill out, back off, mind your own business.
Excuse me.
Okay, my charge phase now. My Psychophage will easily charge into the Cataphrons, and my leader will charge your leader. Then I'll start the fight phase off with my leader fighting your leader. Yeah, easily get a kill here, and that's going to give me 4 extra VP. Finally, my Psychophage is going to fight the Cataphrons. But I whiff, and then your Cataphrons fight back, and they whiff back. And then, like, we could fight the Terminators into the Dune Crawler and have another slap fight, but...
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I'm done! Do what you want! Pull the plug!
Mathematically, there's no way back here. Brad just controls too many objectives, and my ability to score any of mine is more or less 0. So that is the ball game.
You know, that was a fun game for me. I really,
looked like it.
I really loved watching my swarm just move up the board. But I gotta say, like, absolutely, this has got to be one of the most imbalanced games that we've played on this channel.
Well, I don't know, and like one side of it was actually pretty fun because it felt like being like, you know, commanding a small tactical force against this like overwhelming swarm of Tyranids. Like it felt very Warhammer 40,000, you know? I sure wish I killed a few more of them, but yeah, I don't know. Brutal game, but maybe one day I'll win one of these.
Yeah.
I made it to Battle Round 3 this time, so it's an improvement from our last video.
I mean, it just feels like you're missing a whole other squad of Skitarii or something.
Yeah, if I had another squad of Skitarii or one of the better tech priests, that would probably be a big improvement. But,
Even with, if they wanted to keep it with what's in the box, like, why not give better weapon options on the Dune Crawler? Why not give, you know, like, they could buff.
Or, yeah, for combat patrol, make all the Skitarii 2 wounds.
Or it's got to be something. It's just like, what the heck?
They did not feel very good.
I think probably if we played 10 games of this and then 10 games where we just switch teams, I think Tyranids would win 20 games. I honestly do believe that, because it's just like, I didn't even have to play that well, you know? Like, I missed some easy overwatches with the Psychophage when he's auto hitting, you know?
Yeah.
Like that, I just forgot, and I didn't do it, and it was like not even close, you know?
No, you know, whatever. I think it's probably difficult to balance a new system with like boxes that have existed for years versus a brand new force that's just coming out. But yeah, this one felt rough, but I am looking forward to trying more of these in the future. And
yeah, maybe you would have had a better chance on a long deployment map.
Yeah,
and maybe you would have had a better chance if we had some more terrain. Probably for the next game, we'll get some extra terrain on the board, because we're running a little light here. But I think we're running a little long on this video, so hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll be back with more 40k soon. We'll be back with more Kill Team and lots of other stuff too. If you did enjoy watching this video, please take a moment and smash the smash out of that smash button and like the like out of that like button. And peace y'all, the peace y'all out of this peace y'all. Peace y'all.